Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking all about goal setting. I know a lot of you out there are hardcore entrepreneurs trying to build your own medical practices, but one thing that a lot of people struggle on is how do I even set appropriate goals for myself and my practice? So we're going to take it step by step and show you on our whiteboard how to make this happen. Hi, I'm Dr. Annie DePasquale, the founder and CEO of Collaborating Docs. We help entrepreneurial nurse practitioners connect with amazing collaborating physicians. Today, we're going to be talking all about goal setting, and specifically, we're going to dive right into our whiteboard here. The one acronym I want you to remember when it comes to goals is SMART. Your goals have to be SMART goals. I don't just mean like intelligent goals, although that's helpful. I'm gonna draw it out here for you right now. So SMART. The SMART is specific. The M is measurable. A is for attainable. R is for relevant. And T is for time bound. So let's talk about each one at a time and then we'll use some other examples. So when you're talking about a goal, you can't just say, well, I hope that I get a lot more patients. That's not specific because you didn't put a number to it. Second, measurable. So I want more patients, again, is a problem because what am I measuring? Like the number of patients, but like, is it new patients, total patients, recurring patients? So you want to be very specific with what you're measuring. Is it attainable? If I said, I want to quadruple my practice by next week, it's not going to happen, right? Like things take time. So you want it to be doable. And then relevant. So if I'm talking about patients again, like getting patients in the door, I need to make sure that my goal is very in tune with that. And I'm not talking about cutting costs of the EMR system. That really has nothing to do with patients at all. It might have to do with income and revenue, but if that's not the goal, you wouldn't want to go there. And lastly, time bound. You don't want goals to just go on forever and ever and ever, right? It needs to have a starting and ending point. Ideally, kind of a shorter time frame as well so you stay motivated. So we're gonna go back to the goal that's not such a good goal, which is I want more patients. That's a very common desire of most people having a medical practice, but let's break down how could we come up, like what would be an example of a SMART goal regarding that topic, because that cannot be the goal. So I thought of a few earlier. So for example, I could go out and hire a Facebook advertiser for $500. So that's very specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound. Oh, I will hire him by next week. So for $500, I will go find a Facebook advertiser to help me for the coming month. And I'm gonna give him $1,000 of ad spend to generate at least, let's say 10 new patients for me. So $1,000 divided by 10, so it's about $100 a patient. That would actually be amazingly great. If you could find someone who does that, I would hire them immediately. But you know, I'm just talking to give you an example, okay? So absolutely that hits all the criteria. The next one is I am personally going to go attend a local health expo that's coming up next week at the community center. And I'm going to collect at least 50 emails while I'm there so I can add all those people to my weekly email list that goes out to all my prospective future patients. So as you see, again, it's extremely specific, measurable, because I said at least 50. It's definitely attainable, relevant completely. I'm going to be talking to people at a health expo about health, and time bound. We know when it's going to happen. Last but not least, I am going to set a SMART goal. I'm going to talk on the phone with at least 10 local specialists before the end of the month to tell them about my clinic and to learn about theirs. There's no guarantee I'm going to get patients out of that, but I think there's a very high likelihood that by doing that sort of networking, it definitely increases the odds that I will get more patients. And it's extremely specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So now I recommend you pause this, get out a sheet of paper like I did, and mark out 3 variations of a goal that follows these criteria and see. It's much more gratifying. You feel a sense of confidence, like I know what I'm doing and I know how to do it and I will make it happen. These big, lofty, wishy-washy, non-specific things really just get discouraging because it's like, well, I never got more patients, but you also didn't have a real roadmap to make it happen. So I hope this helps. Go write your 3 goals, and I will see you next time.